Hey everyone, today we're diving into a literary device probably seen before, even if you didn't realize it at the time. Allusions. Hi, I'm Christina, the teacher behind The Daring English Teacher, and I am here to help you with all of your English classwork. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand what an allusion is, why authors use them, and how to analyze them when you see them in a text. So first, we talk about what is an allusion. An allusion is a reference to a well-known person, place, event, literary work, or work of art. Authors don't stop to explain allusions. They assume the readers will recognize the reference and make the connection on their own. So, why do authors use allusions? For many reasons. Authors use allusions to add depth and meaning, connect to a shared cultural knowledge, suggest a theme or idea quickly, or to create irony or humor. Instead of explaining everything, an allusion lets the author say more with fewer words. So here's the thing though, allusions rely on the reader. Allusions only work if the reader recognizes the reference. And once they do, that reference becomes so much more powerful. That means allusions rely on a shared knowledge between the author and the reader. If you catch the reference, you unlock a deeper layer of meaning. There's also many different types of allusions. Some of these include biblical, classical, which are Greek and Roman, literary, historical, and pop culture references. Let's take a look at each one. Biblical allusions reference stories, characters, or ideas from the Bible. Authors often use them to emphasize themes like morality, sin, sacrifice, betrayal, or redemption. The Garden of Eden represents innocence, purity, and paradise. So when an author alludes to it, they're often hinting at a perfect beginning, a loss of innocence, or a fall from grace. This prepares the reader for themes of temptation or consequences. Similarly, we also have a biblical allusion of David and Goliath. This allusion represents the underdog overcoming impossible odds. When you see it, expect themes of courage, unexpected victory, and triumph over power. It instantly adds tension and hope to a situation. Another biblical allusion is the powers that be. This reference refers to those of authority or control. Depending on the context, it can suggest obedience and hierarchy or criticism and rebellion. Tone matters here, so always look at how it is used. Now let's take a look at classical allusions. Classical allusions come from Greek and Roman mythology, history, or philosophy. They often suggest heroism, fate, tragedy, and human flaws. A Herculean task refers to extremely difficult challenges. This allusion can add epic scale, emphasize endurance and determination, and frame a struggle as nearly impossible. An Achilles' heel is a small but fatal weakness. This allusion highlights vulnerability, irony, and foreshadowing. It reminds readers that no one is truly invincible. Opening Pandora's box means triggering problems that can't be undone. Authors use this allusion to create suspense, warn of consequences, and signal of irreversible change. Let's move on to literary allusions. Literary allusions refer to other books, characters, or famous lines from literature. They create a conversation between texts and reward well-read readers. Calling someone a Romeo connects them to romance, passion, or dramatic love. It can be sincere, ironic, or humorous. Context determines the effect. Call me Ishmael. This is a line from Moby Dick, and it suggests a reflective narrator, a journey, or a deeper, possibly tragic story. It immediately signals literary depth. Watch out, Big Brother is watching. That's from George Orwell's 1984, and this allusion represents surveillance, control, and loss of privacy. It instantly creates a dystopian or oppressive tone. Historical allusions are another form of allusion. Historical allusions reference real events or people from history. They help authors draw parallels between past and present. If someone says they're meeting their Waterloo, this phrase refers to the final crushing defeat. It signals downfall, hubris, and a turning point with lasting consequences. Watch out for the phrase Benedict Arnold. Calling someone a Benedict Arnold labels them a traitor. This allusion immediately communicates betrayal, broken trust, and conflict. Have you ever heard of crossing the Rubicon? This allusion represents a point of no return. It emphasizes risk, finality, and irreversible decisions. Finally, we move on to pop culture allusions. Pop culture allusions reference movies, music, celebrities, trends, or memes. They create humor, build relatability, and anchor a text in a specific time or culture. So how do you go about spotting an allusion? Well, there's a few simple hints and clues that you can look at. To spot an allusion, look for unusual references, watch for proper nouns, and ask, does this remind me of something else? If it feels familiar, it probably is. Furthermore, when analyzing an allusion, you want to ask yourself some questions. What's the original source? How is it used here? What meaning does it add? How does it deepen the theme or message? That's where your analysis becomes strong. So, as a final takeaway, allusions are powerful because they reward attentive readers. The more connections you recognize, the deeper your understanding of the text, and the stronger your analysis will be. If you found this quick lesson on allusions helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you would like me to explain to you.